Sam does a sigh and like walks up to it.
Hmm.
And I guess like holds out a hand.
It's like feeble arm tries to like raise up to grab it. Um, it can't reach up high enough.
All right. Well, Sam will take its arm, I guess,
Yep.
and drag it out into the corpse pile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you drag it. It takes some effort, although it's not as heavy as it seems. At one point, the skin kind of like flakes off a little bit. And you see maggots and worms crawling inside that like fall out and like scatter across the ground. But
Sam's gonna try and delete that from his brain later.
yeah, just like no, undo. Um, you are able to heave it out from the threshold, and you see its like eyes turn back towards you, and it can't really convey it in any like tangible way, but you feel like thanks and relief wash over it as they glaze over and it finally dies.
Oh, well, Sam will dust off his hands, I guess.
Yep.
Great.
All right. Well, you ready to go experience that for ourselves?
Yep.
All right.
Can't wait till we're the messed up, fucking mangled mess waiting for someone to heave us into a fucking corpse pile.
Indeed. So you move forward into the canyon, and the surroundings quickly take on the vibrancy of life. You begin to hear little like sounds of things like skittering around, faint like cracking of rustling of foliage and stuff, and the presence of life is abundant. The canyon quickly like sort of expands out into this. Think like a imagine like a rainforest full of like bioluminescent plants and creatures that's like underground.
Mm.
So there are these towering, like immensely thick trees with like black bark and leaves that glow green, tangled amidst vines and foliage, and the canopy seems to go up staggeringly tall, as does the rocks that have like an enormous amount of like moss and like mushrooms and stuff growing on them, all very like colorful. And you see like a whole bunch of different kinds of like creatures just sort of flying, crawling, skittering about everywhere. Most of them are small, at least here. And there is just like a perpetual sound of like insects and like small mammals and birds just making noise, kind of jarring after so long of silence. Also, before I forget, you guys lose a point of mana during your rest for
You
maintaining.
fucker. Rest isn't supposed to be bad.
Rest expends resources.
Friggin' fraggin'. All right, man. Mana, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 8 left, I think. Yep.
Have to find some more.
I know. I'll have to kill Amadine and drink it.
To be things here, other than just like deadness.
There's things?
But yeah, there's all sorts of things all around.
Oh.
Little creatures and stuff. Didn't I just described it?
No, yeah. I'm just saying, like, we'll have to find a thing with the thing that gives mana. I'm like, there's things? What, mana things?
Well, yeah, that the thing that gives mana, that's the trick.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. Where is this mana thing you described?
Oh man. So I take it because one of our possible dimensions is mages who have to steal mana. That paradox still doesn't apply, and we still have to
Yeah.
mana dump to
Yeah.
live.
Until I tell you otherwise, just assume that is the case, because it will
Okay.
probably be the case for a while longer.
Oh nuts! All right. Well. Oh boy. Hmm.
So there are little creatures all over.
Yep.
Come here, little
Little
creature.
You also see like looking around beneath the foliage, there are like these beds of like the ground seems to be kind of soft and spongy, and you see like it's all just like moss and stuff, and there are little like insects skittering around all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the biggest insect I can find.
Okay. Are you gonna like look around
Yep.
for? Okay, so you like peel back some moss, and you see um beneath the moss there is like bones and meat and stuff, and
What?
like you peel the moss back and it's just like a bunch of like maggots and like crawly things just like flee from the light.
Bones and meat are under the moss.
Yep.
All right. Didn't expect that. That's
It's like
terrible.
sickly sweet rotten smell wafts up from it.
Ah, for fuck's sake! What the hell is this? And I put it back down. I ain't looking for a giant bug like that. I was thinking like maybe a huge rhinoceros beetle or something.
You see some of those like flying around up in like the upper trees or or various places.
All right. Well, I don't have anything to catch one with.
Also, all of these things are like warped or like, they look sort of mutated or
Yep.
like wrong,
Yeah.
like not quite what exists in reality.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try and get a creature. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll get something. I'll either.
As you're searching around, you feel something move across your like upper chest, like a small like pressure there.
What the fuck is that?
You hear like a hissing sound say, "Don't worry, my master. It is just I."
Okay.
Um,
I was very worried for a minute.
look look down because you feel like shifting movements there.
Mm-hmm.
You see the salamander on your necklace is moving, and it like looks up at you, and it seems to have become like an actual salamander with like gold skin.
Okay, that's a neat trick. What's Is this your final form? What's going on?
There is only life here.
Only life?
Yes. Look
So,
at your clothing.
oh god. I look.
Your like shirt seems to you kind of examine it. It seems to be almost like obviously like, it's cotton or whatever. But there are like little sort of leaves and branches um, coming off of it, like woven together.
Okay.
Like the plant matter has come back to life.
Oh, wow. Okay, what's up with this tree then? Like, you said there's
Tree
like.
nearby.
Yes.
They're very big trees. Like the closest one to you, the diameter of its trunk is like 10 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and it has this sort of like very like thick, rough, like black bark. Looks not super difficult to climb. There's a lot of like grooves and stuff in it.
All right.
Although it might like, break off if you're not careful. You know, it's like that kind of bark that like flakes off really easily.
All right. So, Amadine,
Yep.
I was thinking I was gonna try and get one of these creatures, like a giant bug or maybe a fucking monkey. I don't know. I was just trying to get something living that seems to be mutated or at least imbued with this magical life energy. And I was gonna see if you could siphon magic out of it.
Mm.
But I wonder if this giant tree will do, because it's definitely not a normal tree.
Sam will look at it with Prime Sight, I guess.
Does not appear to have any mana.
No, I don't think so.
Fuck.
Hmm.
I was thinking if it was just all sort of life juiced up. But nope, no mana.
Yeah. But it's sort of interesting, I guess, is the creatures here can, what, maintain their forms? I suppose they can't die. Do the trees and stuff look like they're dying?
Yeah, from
Or
like this
like-
age.
Like perpetually dying, or like...
I mean, they seem to be intact. Like they have flower or like blossoms and like leaves and stuff.
Okay, so they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Although I suppose it is true that the monsters and whatnot in the sand dunes also maintain their forms. So,
That's probably by eating other things with mana. I don't know.
right.
Yeah,
Or perhaps our matter is incompatible with this plane.
Yep, just to exist. Yep, drains our resources.
That is correct. They are native to this place.
So they don't need to be made of magic to live.
No, for if they were to traverse into your world, it would drain them, just as you are drained here.
But they do have mana then.
Well,
They are comprised of essence. It is
Different.
energy of this place, I suppose you could say. Similar, but antithetical.
like his tiger.
We go idea.
Yeah.
Ow.
If you were to find any mana here, it would be hotly contested.
Oh, of course.
I mean, even in our world, no.
Hoarded by some creature more powerful than others.
So, is there any trick to finding the way through in this place? Like the blood in the water?
There is no way that I know of to navigate in that way. Fortunately, I know only the landmarks to look for. Should we, depending on what or where you wish to go, master.
And that's the question. We wish to go home, but we don't know how or where.
Do you seek to travel through the infernal darkness of this garden of...
All right, Amadine. I'll beat up a demon's ego if we got it.
I've had about enough of darkness, I think.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, even if you amplify the fuck out of our cell phones, nothing happens.
Well, it said a place lacking light, so I assume there's nothing left to amplify.
It'll just drink it all.
Well, it wouldn't be there in the first place. Um,
God damn it, I gotta pee. Be right back.
okay. So, yeah. Do we want to deal with demons who probably will deal with us, but probably will turn out bad? Or do we want to deal with mages who probably won't deal with us, and it only maybe will turn out bad? Such a deal.
Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
you are graduated to entities that, like, there is the possibility of dealing with in a non-hostile manner.
That is true. That is true.
Instead of just like pseudo-formless things that exist to hunger for you.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. So on one hand, it would be absolutely great to do a journey through hell and just like have that in the campaign logbook. Um, on the other hand, Sam might be able to cow some of the other mages in that other realm uh, with uh, with displays of Nimbus, maybe.
Yeah, just bluff yourself up.
Yeah.
What? You say blow ourselves up?
No, bluff. Amadine has a potent nimbus, which means his nimbus displays as if he were Nasa's 10.
Ooh. That's kind
So
of
like,
You know, that'd be pretty scary.
yeah.
You're like, oh, shit, this person's like almost an archmage.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if they use supernal vision, then they would know what your actual Gnosis is. But
right. Well, yeah. I'm trying to think of if we're going to go with demons or mages.
Mm-hmm.
The mages are guaranteed to have mana.
Yes. And if we can beat them in a fight, we can take it.
Yeah.
probably what they're thinking.
What?
That's probably what they're thinking too.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're thinking. But are they us? So far, we've won every fight. Or
Right.
or else we'd be dead.
True.
Don't tell me that's exactly what they're thinking too. Because I know.
That's exactly what they're thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's a protagonist in their own story.
I know. But they could have lost and retreated and all that shit.
Well, we sort of just did that right now.
What do you mean?
The freaking
We didn't fight.
hand monster from the sands.
We didn't fight that thing. Did you actually fight that thing? We didn't try to fight.
You ran away from it. It won.
That's-
Well, no, it was trying to eat you, so I guess
See,
it didn't get to do that.
there was
Either way.
no contest.
Semantic.
There was no contest. We didn't want to fight it. It wanted to eat us. No one succeeded.
The only true defeat is dying
Right.
or being destroyed.
Right. Until that happens, we are undefeated. Well, or until it's a straight defeat, like one of our allies dies and we have to full retreat, and which actually did happen earlier.
What's your choice?
I don't know.
See, you would just wander through the eternal.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll just kind of be breaking it down. Okay, so the demons are a pretty big unknown. Like, we might be able to get through there unscathed, make a deal, blah blah blah, or it'll come down to fights. The mages will come down to fights, like, just guaranteed. But we have won many mage, well, not like many, but we've beaten mages. We could do it again. And then we could also utilize whatever they have to a little bit better of our disposal, because, like, it's going to be shit we understand as opposed to demon magic. So it's the it's the unknown. It's the unknown unknown versus the known unknown.
Yeah, and I mean, with mages, we might be able to come up with some bargaining chips. Like, we could, I don't know, direct them to a location on our world where mana is flowing.
You think I should bust out a prophecy here?
Before you do, a deciding factor for me, I think, is, will mana sort of be accessible in some fashion in hell?
I bet if we make a deal.
And actually,
I bet if we make a deal, we'll get mana.
Trying to think. I'm wondering if would hell demand the maintenance of mana from us?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's getting closer to existence.
Like hell is like a place that, like, even the Muggles have a name for,
Right, but it's also somewhere where you're not supposed to be. Like, humans, whatever, like our souls or whatever, probably shouldn't exist there. So we'd probably still have to pay a mana tax.
Oh, sure. Like our bodies, I guess.
Yeah,
are
that's
not allowed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe the mages, that place is sounding a little better because for them to exist. Well, they're mana thieves, though. That's maybe the whole thing. Like, they keep needing to steal it to keep living.
Yeah. The best bargaining chip I think we would have with them is try and convince them that we are strong and mighty and help them on a raid to a reality.
And then when we're about to raid, you and me go through and close the portal.
Or even if we let them raid, I just sort of ditch them and go home.
Just what? Who cares at that point?
Yeah,
We're home.
Yeah, like,
oh, Amadine. That's a dark side. I haven't seen it before. I love it.
something the Pentacle couldn't handle.
I mean, you're unleashing mana thieves from a different realm onto the world. But
I mean, it sounds like they are regular visitors, right?
Oh, does it? All right.
They're humans. They can't, like, they come from Earth.
Okay.
Not like they're extra dimensional. This is just like their clubhouse that they built down here.
All right, yeah, let's go raid their clubhouse. Fuck it, let's go. Fuck these mages.
Well, I mean, by clubhouse, I mean, like.
I know, but now that you said that, I really want to go. Yeah. I really want to go burn their clubhouse down.
I mean, yeah.
I do like the bluff Ted Gnosis thing.
This is also a, like, the sort of the seat of power for an entire legacy of this. So it's not like 4 dudes.
They might even have an actual Ten Gnosis.
I mean,
might.
I just let's keep that in mind going forward. I'm not saying that your ideas are won't work or anything, but I just
Our ideas never work. We just make them.
well, you're still alive, so they have to have done something for you.
That's what I mean. We have an idea, we stick to the plan, and we force that plan down your throat.
All right. So logically, I think Sam would want to go to the, but like thematically, Weston would like to visit Hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
So
yeah, and
so
Gray's all, and Gray wants to outwit a demon.
all right. So our minds are both telling us mages, but
Yeah, but our
Your
hearts are telling us hell.
oh man.
Are we going hell? I feel like if we go to hell, they could almost entice Gray to stay there longer than he should.
We're assuming a lot about the nature of hell here.
We are.
Hmm. Well,
It's
anyway,
definitely more of an unknown.
That's what I mean. It's an unknown. Whereas we go to Mage Town, we kind of know what to expect. A bunch of greedy, conniving, thieving, power-hungry mages.
Yeah, those damn thieves. Nobody likes thieves.
No!
People that steal things are bad.
Right.
yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
I make forgeries. At least I leave them something.
that's true.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Well, it's not like mages in our realm aren't just like, there's a Manosaurus there. This country is now ours.
Yep, we want this. Okay, so hell.
Yeah, screw it. Sure.
The verdict.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
going to hell.
In
For better
the
or for
Inferno,
worse.
officially.
The Inferno?
But yep. Dante's Inferno.
Mm-hmm. God.
Um,
So, yeah, this is probably the harder one.
They're both propose different challenges.
Yeah.
I do think we could have talked our way through the mages, like if we needed to, because I am a thief.
It's your people.
Just yeah, exactly. It's my people. I could have almost ran a scam, like a heist.
Okay, so looking when as you finish your discussion, Sally says, "Well, if you seek to into the Inferno, as I said, you'll want to locate the paths of torment. There should be trodden paths through the foliage with ash and burnt as upon. And if you manage to find one of these paths and follow it, we may find the gates of pain. Beyond them lies the Inferno."
Mm.
So you're looking for like trails of ash
Okay.
somewhere through this
Expanse.
jungle of living mess.
All right. Let us look.
Something to go off.
We will walk. We will look. We will hope.
All right. So
I need all my mana
press
for going.
but before we go too much further, I guess it's 5 o'clock right now. Are you guys okay to keep going longer? So we started later, or
Yeah, I can go. I can keep going till whenever, like what, 5:36.
yeah. All right.
Yep.
Sounds good. So pushing, moving forward. Are you guys just going to like walk along the floor of this strange alien jungle?
Yeah, Sam, I guess would be interested in finding like a hill, if there's
Okay,
such a thing.
like a vantage point, or
Yeah, to see out.
all right. Yeah. So currently, like going further out into the eternal, it seems to be like going down more into like a valley almost. You could try and climb one of the cliffs to either your right or left to see if you can see anything from there.
Yeah, cliff climbing doesn't sound like time.
Or you could try and climb up into the trees.
Tree climbing, that's better.
In within like the lower level, the foliage is like dense enough that it is hard to see very far. Also, looking around, there seems to be something of like a haze or like a mist throughout this place. Just like probably think like pollen or other contaminants, just like through the air.
Okay. So our ability to see a long ways, I'm not super hopeful for, I guess.
I mean, you would definitely be able to see a lot further if you found a vantage point of height.
All right, let's climb that tree. I'm climbing a tree.
That would help a lot.
What is tree climbing?
That would be
Death.
dexterity.
Yes. I love dexterity.
Excuse me, I thought we couldn't die here.
Yeah, that's true. Your dexterity skill means nothing.
All right, I got a 1
One
success.
success. Okay, so like I said, it's fairly easy to climb these trees.
Yep.
Because the bark is so like rough. There are definitely several places where like the bark just like breaks off, snaps off in your hand. Like you get a little bit further up and it snaps off, and you see actually like beneath the bark in the tree there are these like dozens of like little knots and like wormholes where like the wood termites have like woven their way through the trunk, and they kind of like skitter away from the light, and the bark is broken off.
Mm.
It just seems like every single like rock you lift up, there's like living things underneath it.
Mm.
Well, actually, you have yet to see any rocks. They all seem to be organic. All the stuff, like even the bed of the place is just like bone and flesh covered up by layers and layers of like moss, mushrooms. So you're climbing up the tree. Amadine, are you following, or are you gonna wait at the base?
No, I will wait at the base.
Okay. So Gray, you climb up a ways, up probably like about halfway. You do see there's sort of like a canopy,
Yeah.
towards the top. You get up to a point where you're like part of the way up, and you can kind of see the immediate surroundings a little better. There's like vines and branches sort of twining between, and there are like birds and stuff. As you kind of climb up to one of the branches and like sit to take a rest, you see there this like monkey thing, kind of like sitting on a branch above you, eating something in its hands. It's a monkey, but it has like a tail that has like chitin plates on it, and some kind of like stinger on the end. And its claws are like talon-like, and it just kind of like looks at you with these giant bulbous eyes glistening with moisture.
Oh.
Man,
Um,
I long for the day not surrounded by nightmares.
But it is not this day.
So where is that bulb?
It's just
looking.
sitting like as you climb up a little ways and like survey around, you notice it sitting on a branch above you, just
All right.
like staring at you.
Hey there, fella. Don't suppose you know the way to hell? The Inferno. Don't suppose you know the way to the Inferno?
You hear like a cracking sound as it finishes eating whatever is it has in its hand, and it just kind of like throws it down at you.
I try to catch it.
All right, Dex and Athletics.
2 success. Oh wait, 1 success.
All right, so you kind of shuffle and you're able to catch it before it like hits you, like lands on your head. It's like some kind of like shell of a crustacean,
Okay.
dripping with like flesh material.
Okay, I like offer it back to it.
It sort of like gets up on a branch and starts like scampering away,
Okay.
moving through the trees.
Okay.
It kind of glances back at you briefly.
All right. I toss this shit away.
Alright.
All right, back up. Here we go. All right, keep going. Need to see.
Are you going to climb to the upper canopy?
Yeah, I need to see.
Okay.
I mean,
Currently,
unless
you
I
see,
can.
like, the surrounding area.
All right. I guess I'll take a look first, and then I'll keep going.
All right. Perception and composure, or wits and composure.
Wits and composure. Yep. That's it.
With a -1 from just like general obscurement.
From the foggy, hazy.
Yeah.
1 successo.
1 success. Okay.
Yes.
Looking around, you see like the surrounding environment. Like I said, it seems to kind of like dip down into like a valley almost, and you see further on there appears to be some kind of like river, or yeah, some kind of river sort of cutting through everything further on, sort of at the bottom of the valley, and it looks like there is more large creatures wandering around.
Large creatures.
Deer to elephant sized.
Oh, good.
Probably can't see too much beyond that. That's the main place of interest. The other pass is like obviously you could climb up one of the cliff faces, which seem to go up above the canopy. From what you can see here.
All right, so not much that we can see. I can't see any like dirt or ashy paths.
Not from this vantage point, no. And you are like right by the entrance to this area as well.
Fuck. All right, no, there's nothing. I keep on. I don't know if I need to go to the canopy.
We could climb up there and poke your head out just to like see what's at the top of the cliffs or what's up there in general, if there is something up there.
Yeah, all right, I might as well.
All right, give me another Dex and Athletics roll. This time at -1, as the climb begins to be a little more treacherous.
2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you're still like pretty damn nimble, really good climber.
Yeah.
So Amadine, you see Gray kind of climb up, pause, look around, and then climb further up even. To give you a perspective, this tree is several hundred feet tall. So you get up to like the point where the branches start to get a little more narrow, and like you're way the hell away from the ground.
All right. Well, Sam is gonna like mentally prepare to cast like an anti-gravity spell if you fall.
If you fell, you would not die,
But it would hurt.
not have any bones that are unbroken left.
That's just good.
Yep.
Oh, well, like I said, Sam's gonna just mentally prepare
Yep.
an anti-gravity spell if he sees him fall.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm not actually gonna click the spell helper, so don't actually fall, please.
Alright.
so you get up to the point where like the you're hitting the canopy, the upper branches and stuff, and your sight of the lower part of the jungle is obscured as you see sort of up into this like upper the next level, I guess, the higher up level, which seems to have a lot more open air. The two cliffs that rise up on either side of you kind of continue to expand out as like these very like sheer like mountain ridges, and they continue to be like totally engulfed by like all kinds of foliage. The trees up there seem to have just like incredibly like long branches that like wind and like weave together to form this sort of like basket or like web of branches and vines far above. And you see giant bird-like creatures sort of flying around up here, like perched on various cliff faces. Judging by the scale of like the one closer one you see, it's got to be like I said, probably about as big as an elephant.
Giant birds.
Bird of prey type thing.
Alright, I kinda...
It seems to be kind of like a mix between a raven and like a vulture. With this kind of like gross, featherless, like saggy skin in places.
Ugh. So I kind of like try to duck beneath the leaves and stuff so it doesn't come down and kill me.
Yeah.
Or try to and then eat me and then I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're still kind of just like poking your head up out of the lower parts, so you're fairly well concealed.
All right.
But they are definitely like birds of prey, sort of up here, with watchful eyes for any little tidbits to snack on.
All right. So I look around more for ashy paths, and anything else, I suppose.
Give me another wits and composure roll.
Any minus because of the haze?
Yep, -1.
1 successo.
Okay, so
man,
I
keep getting 1-9.
You can't see the ground from up here. If you're looking for paths, you need to find like an area that's more open to the ground.
Okay.
There does seem to be like there's sort of like patches of clearings just based off like the tops of the trees, sort of ahead further into the valley. You do also see like a waterfall coming down, which you're guessing is where the river you saw before came from.
Yeah.
The water is like tinted red.
Oh. Yep. Blood in the water.
Yep.
Forever.
And you do see up on like one of the like trees on the peak, there is a massive nest, like a big old nest, probably from one or several of the bird creatures. And there's the waterfall, the nest, and the mountain peaks kind of like carry on further. That's pretty much everything you can see from the immediate surroundings.
All right. Head on down. Or Well, I kind of want to wait and see if one of these giant birds goes down for a kill.
Okay, just like wait a couple of minutes to see.
Yeah.
I assume you don't want to linger too long to.
And become the kill. No.
Yeah. All right. You wait like 5 minutes, and you don't see any action.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll wait like 30 more seconds because there's usually the thing when you stop, and when you stop waiting for something, that's when it happens. So I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna wait 30 more seconds. Anything happen?
Nope.
All right. I was thinking maybe I get like a tiny percentage roll.
I already rolled the percentage roll.
Yep. Well, I know. All right, down I go.
All right. Give me another Dex and Athletics at -1.
Stop it! Stop telling me to minus my deathletics.
I will not stop.
All right, I'm good. I got 2 successos.
Okay, you're able to descend safely and get back to Anodyne to share your.
Amadine, all that stuff the DM said, plus some flavor on it. Cause like there ain't shit up there except a bunch of big ass birds and some fucking creepy ass bulby eyed thing that threw fucking meat at me. I asked it where hell was, and it didn't respond and kindly.
I see. Well, I'm somewhat inclined to walk in a random direction. What do you think?
Yep, either that or I ask the fates.
Sam was like, I don't know. Sam was trying to convey like a winky eyebrow or something.
Oh,
Hint, hint.
well, we can
I mean,
either.
Like, you have the direction of you can climb up one of the cliffs, or you can head like forward towards the river area.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just do that first.
let's go to let's go to the river.
Don't need
Currently, you're kind of in a narrow, like a chasm, so you don't have like that much in terms of like cardinal direction
Yeah,
choices.
let's go to the river. I want to see some horrible mutated crocodile beast.
All right,
Ask and ye shall receive.
All right.
with like antennae and carapace.
Yes, and rocket launchers. No, that's the other place.
Do they have guns?
Snakes with guns. Yep. Do they have guns? They do now.
All right, so you make your way down across the bed of the jungle,
Yep.
and the ground sort of sagging. Every once in a while, you get on, especially like squishy bit of ground, and there's like a waft of some kind of like sort of greenish vapor that comes up, and sort of swirls around you.
Get out of there. We don't need to breathe. Don't worry about it. Just hold your breath forever.
As you move forward, there's a couple of like little sort of squirrel lizard things that kind of like skitter across your path.
Oh, neat.
Like they climb up one of the trees and like sort of look towards you as a group, like all sort of like cocking their heads.
Where's the
One of them,
inferno?
like, they like flick out these long forked tongues.
Oh, look at that. Demon lemurs.
One of them kind of like puffs up its chest a little bit, and you see like these like frills come out from behind its ears as it goes like,
Oh, it's a
and then it's like,
it's a Newman lizard.
yeah. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
Imagine that like crossed with a squirrel.
Oh God, terrifyingly awesome. All right, where's hell? I know you came from the inferno. Look at you.
They're just kind of like scampering around, eyeing you up. But if you like stare at them for too long, they like climb around and like hide behind a tree or whatever.
Yeah, I do, and they did.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
they're definitely like interested in you.
All
This
right.
little pack of probably like 5 to 8 of these things.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see what happens. We might get fucking desert or beach compied like the little girl. Anyways, let's keep going, and I'm gonna keep asking everything I see where the inferno is.
All right. So you walk down and for a little while, not too long, a couple like maybe 10 more minutes, is another point of your bashing damage shield. Okay.
What about the other stuff? That takes forever.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't even
about
worry
that.
about
That'll
that
be there
stuff.
for a while.
Don't even worry about your damage. Oh, why? Because it'll go away soon? No.
Because it won't.
Because it won't go away soon.
Don't worry, you can't die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get further down towards the river area, and you see the river as you saw the waterfall down there. It is this fairly wide, going out probably like 40 feet or so, thing. And it's this sort of like reddish color, like sort of rusty reddish color. There are a number of larger animals, sort of walking around near it. One of them, like, there's a couple sort of deer-like ones that seem just like very like flitty and skittish, and they have like predator mouths with like the mandibles and stuff.
Like Predator, the alien.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Alien versus Predator.
oh, jeez. Okay.
So, and they're just kind of like looking around, like uh, darting their heads down really fast and like spearing little like critters on the ground, as they're just sort of meandering around water. Some of them are drinking. There is a larger kind of like hippopotamus type creature that has a bunch of like sort of inflated glands across its body that seem to be like slurping up water.
Oh,
And
man.
its entire back is covered with like maggots and like insects and stuff, like crawling around in like fleshy holes. It doesn't seem to mind that much. The immediate, yeah, like they don't seem to be like, I mean, they haven't sort of noticed you yet, but they don't seem to be like overtly predatory. At least the ones here right now.
Well,
You do not. Well, so you looking around, up and down the river. You see that it kind of turns, so you could continue going down this bank of the river. There is also a couple of like downed trees across that you could try and like climb across if you want to go to the other side.
let's go.
Yeah, which way though?
The other side.
All right.
You kind of make your way closer to the riverbank and try and climb across.
Yes. I know survival games. You always take the harder agility route, and it pays off.
Unless you die.
Unless you
But
die.
About that here. So-
Exactly.
Well.
We'll do good. We'll be fine. Watch this. Watch this pay off.
All right, so you sort of head closer to the river. Are you making any attempts to like hide yourselves or be stealthy or anything, or are you just walking up there?
I think just walking.
Also, you still have. Do you still have the velocity control, or is that just a scene?
That was for like a month.
Okay.
Um, uh, it probably doesn't make much sense to keep having it.
It is like probably kind of tricky to like all of your movements are multiplied by 5, which you can control, but you have to like consciously think about doing it. So it's like kind of annoying to move slowly because you feel like you're barely moving at all.
Right. Hmm. I'm loath to drop a spell just because, but
I mean, you can definitely still have it up. It's just that it's like kind of annoying.
yeah.
But it will definitely help if you need to run away from something. Same with acceleration.
Right. Yeah, I'll leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like as you get closer to the river, the like predator deer, they kind of like look over towards you and just kind of like eye you up, um, but don't seem interested in approaching or anything. In fact, they kind of like sort of move away from you to give you like sort of a bubble out of caution, likely.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Looks like we're a little bit bigger than.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Nothing responds to your questions about where hell is.
Where is the inferno? Tell me, or I'll step on you.
A fate worse than death. No.
Yep. Being stepped on.
Probably imagine if your body was entirely crushed and you weren't dead.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be bad. It'd be very bad.
Existence is pain. All right, so you move sort of further over.
God.
Like you're at the felled tree. You're gonna try and climb across it, or
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it's covered with moss. It seems to be kind of like slimy, though. So like definitely.
How fast is
treacherous.
this river that we're crossing?
What about the
Moderate.
river?
It's moderately fast moving.
Of course. So are my spell casting abilities, though.
I mean, if you wanted, like, you could try and move across it really carefully, or you could try and just like blitz across it as fast as you possibly
Blitz across.
could. Just like run across before you have a chance to fall down.
Yes.
And I will do the other thing.
Yes.
So both of you give me dexterity and athletics rolls.
Yeah, this is how you do it, old man.
Oh dear.
1, 2. Let's see, 2 success so far. 2 success total.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? The kinetic efficiency, I think, was for a week. What does that one do again?
But it gives you bonuses to resist fatigue.
Yep, and to swimming, running, and climbing.
Excuse me. And awesome.
For distance covered, not bonuses or anything. But you can like jump and swim and climb faster.
I see. Yes. Okay. I got 2 successes.
All right. Okay. So, Gray, you run across. Your feet slip a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You're able to get across and like stop before you like run into something. That's the main treachery of that method.
Mhm.
It's like you only spent like 2 footsteps on the log.
Yeah, pretty much. Samuel, you slowly walk across, watching your footing, and you're able to get across. So you're able to get most of the way across.
You
without
Indiana
incident.
Jones it on the